Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Patriots and the Chiefs, and it's all up next.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Tonight, the second of our 2 divisional games on this Saturday. It's the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. So glad you have joined us. It's a divisional round matchup here in the playoffs. Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner, both these teams feeling the momentum, feeling good. They won last week on Wild Card Weekend. They're starting to look forward and dream Super Bowl. One of these teams gets to the conference championship game. What are you looking for in a game like this?
Yeah, and you're exactly right, Mike. Both these teams we saw just really well in their wild card matchup. So now they find themselves one game away from the conference championship, and it really comes down.
The winner moves on to the AFC Championship game. This should be some battle. Off we go here in the divisional round. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs. Sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
On 4th down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. But if they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock. Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds and just beyond the line of scrimmage. That's all they needed to pick up the first down. They put Kelsey in motion. A handoff, running left, it's Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
It's one thing if you don't get the ball in the end zone, but it's another to lose this many yards. And I think now for this offense and this play caller, they've got to reevaluate their approach down here in tight.
He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Pacheco. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, 4th down.
They'll try it now with Pacheco. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
The Patriots offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. Oh, boy, they got to be careful there. That was dangerously close to a safety and 2 points for the defense. They do get it at the 1. Here's a run with their tight end. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well. Now Stevenson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Here's Bryce Baringer now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. Third down coming up. They put Kelce in motion. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
RPO, and they'll throw it to Rice. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. One quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll be back in Kansas City after this. They'll come up on a second down and 8. A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelce. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, KC.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He's got Douglas going deep. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Chiefs offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throw left side is taken in by the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. Here's a toss to Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Now Brissett. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Brissett gonna throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. The dangers of throwing when you are backed up. Quarterback trying to keep it alive and make a play. Instead, they bring him down, and it'll cost them 2 points.
I understand what the quarterback's trying to do here, Mike. He's trying to keep the play alive and buy some time for his receivers to work to get open. But backed up this close to his end zone, he's got to get rid of that ball because, as we just saw, the defense took him down for 2 points.
That's taken at about the 14. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
They'll take this down to the 47. It was Dietrich Wise with the tackle that time.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the 1st down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
They'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and caught.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Out quickly here to Worthy. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense make their way out to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Throwing on 2nd down, Brissett. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. keeping it in the air. Here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To the air again is Brissett. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man right side is Kelsey. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Here's Matt Araiza now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. On the return is Jones, and he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. Bell is the man in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2.
36-yard line.
On the ground, this is Hunt. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. We'll go right back to Stevenson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Patriots will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Patriots 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They put Kelce in motion. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. A short throw taken in by Kelce. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They put Kelce in motion. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They put Kelsey in motion. Off play action. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to have it at their own 32-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the carry, it's Stevenson. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
The 41, a gain of 7, and the Patriot first down.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll give this to Stevenson, running right.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now the man signed from Washington, it's Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. A run here with Stevenson. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. 3rd and 5. Play fake to Stevenson. Now Brissett. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he will score. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. A A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Marcus Jones now to return. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Ramondre Stevenson and the Patriots getting set for their next drive. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now Gibson. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. A throw on the move is caught.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Gibson. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun is Brissett. Has completed to Douglas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We're set now on 1st down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just... We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Brissett. He's got it at about the 8, and he'll be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A run on 1st and goal. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here is Brissett. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. 2nd and a yard. Gray is the motion man here. Now, faking the give. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
A 6-yard loss on the play.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Brissett gonna throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They'll run with Pacheco. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That one taken in by Douglas. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Brissett gonna throw again, and that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. And he'll take it on in. Pop Douglas. Touchdown, New England. It's it to go. And the Pats are able to cut the deficit to 10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. He's to midfield.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A run up the middle with Pacheco. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal of 29 yards attempt. The kick is good.